Late 20th century syllabuses often draw on the term revolution to describe explosive social and political changes that appear to have occurred regularly in the last 300 years. These tend to originate in the capitals, always led by upper middle class characters who somehow manage to achieve recognition, the money necessary to make moves, and an overall agreed plan of action, becoming the presumptive voice of the majority. These always men have been romanticized as saints and sinners, shown to wield enormous power by the force of their personality alone. There was the Marquis Lafayette, the Comte de Mirabeau, and the infamous Robespierre. Lawyers, writers, and Freemasons all. Robespierre came up with the cult of the Supreme Being. This type of mystery philosophizing couldn't be more removed and unhelpful to the needs of the everyday people, but that wasn't the point of what was going on. In this painting of the tennis court oath is shown ecstatic religious gestures towards the central black-clothed, priestly, illuminated from above. This is how the Jacobins usurped spirituality in favour of materialism. It's the hugging of fraternal brothers in their moment of glory, on the back of the terror, able to just walk into these abandoned buildings and make laws. Note how well dressed are the Revolutionary Council. Signs of wealth, self-pride, and the hypocrisy in this, given what they are supposed to stand against. We can see the church and state coming together at the front, complicit. Just to their left, a cross-legged, seated man immortalizes the event on paper. Likely the reality was far less glamorous, a shuffling in of these individuals to the nearest large convenient space, a silent signing of documents. In the caricature below, from 1993, showing Louis XVI's execution, may be drawn a bit more truth. As with Tsar Nicholas II, they also murdered his wife and children. It is about cutting off the lineage of the old families, as well as taking their property. The guillotining would also provide an excellent deterrent to any opposition. Of course, there are always those that willingly go along with the oppressors. The story of the old women who love to sit knitting, wearing the revolutionary hat and badge. The types that put the "cut your child's penis off" trans flag out their window, or criticize people for not getting the you-know-what or wearing a mask. Low IQ and fully indoctrinated, to be pampered until their part is played out. I suspect that the French royal family had already been puppets of Rome and the corporations for at least 200 years, but there simply was no place for them in the modern world coming out of a great reset. There were many fires happening during this very chaotic period. 4 million volumes burned from the monasteries, our predecessors' intellectual heritage. During Bloody Week, some of the greatest buildings, the Tuileries, Hôtel de Ville, the Palais Royal, the Palais de la Légion d'Honneur, and many private homes fell victim, all justified under the disingenuous concept of class struggle. Many universities, town halls, observatories and laboratories, museums and art galleries, etc., are established while there is strife at home and wars abroad. Suspicious in itself regarding priorities and use of resources. The Louvre Museum is founded 1793. See the enormous Illuminati pyramid plonked in front. Also, the Écoles in 1794, Polytechnique, Normale Supérieure, and Art et Métiers, to dominate knowledge in engineering, mathematics, and physics. We get the usual nonsense regarding the construction of these clearly old classical period masterpieces. The Conservatoire, for example, is accredited to a François Jacques Delannoy, completed 1811. He can be seen here doing the Masonic hand in pocket, Bonaparte style. Also during the early 19th century, the Théâtre Royal Italien, Galerie Vivienne, Rue de Château-d'Œuf, Rue de la Victoire, the list goes on. Comparing them to the simplistic two-dimensional plans and his dour, nondescript face, the accolades that surround him, the long, impossible, faultless career, all the hallmarks of a deceiver. Not surprisingly, many people emigrated out of France. Google has the estimate at 100,000, but it was probably more. The Jacobins, I expect, would have pleased to see this. In the last 4 years in the UK, as the top chart shows, people are choosing to leave en masse. Though in this case it also coincides with as many migrants coming in from poor countries outside Europe. Anyone who has assets to protect and wants a decent quality of life in a free country has nothing to gain by staying. The caricature shows the revolutionary propagandists attempting to jeer at the émigré priests. Still, there is always the threat. The paper he holds reads, that all who returns shall be put to death. Not so many made the escape after the Bolshevik Revolution. Like Robespierre's Committee for Public Safety, the Bolsheviks created the KNVD, later renamed the KGB.